Hey guys, it's King Logan here. So my last video was a debate, and this one's just kind of gonna be like an off the head Akatsuki ranking with my friend Leo. I plan to do like more like scripted and like put together videos in the future. Like I'm planning to do like a Saitama like power one. I'm planning on doing one of Shoko Tensei. I'm planning on doing one for the last Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls, and I'm also planning on doing an Itachi versus Madara video. That are all gonna be like heavily edited, heavily scripted, and like very well put together. But these are just some like videos that I'm just doing, like put out while I'm working on those. Alright. So yeah. Alright. What's good, guys? I'm here with the GOAT himself, LameLiarLeo.
Hello.
Yeah, he's a GOAT. We're kind of just like we're Discord debaters. Like Leo recently started dipping his toes and like just some Naruto scaling. So I like since I'm just like mainly do Naruto, I thought I was like, you want to do like an Akatsuki ranking and just like post it on YouTube? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we're just like giving my Akatsuki ranking, and if he agrees with me, it's definitive. But if he doesn't agree with me, it's not. But yeah. So Leo, who you think is the weakest in the Akatsuki?
I'll have Hidan as the weakest.
Yes, sir. That's facts. What's your reason for like him being the weakest?
Well, he himself admits he is the slowest, and he generally has the worst feats.
Yeah.
Like having his head detached by Asuma.
Yeah, he's the self-proclaimed like slowest in the Akatsuki. He gets blown up by paper bomb, and then he's just like getting held back by like top tier like Leaf Joni and like Asuma, who are like definitely not like fucking with like the rest of the Akatsuki.
Yeah.
Asuma is strong though, like for like a regular shinobi, but like compared to the rest of the Akatsuki, he's not really making it. Yeah, he is immortal though, which is like it's kind of good, but it's kind of useless if you just like get decapitated or some shit, or like get completely obliterated.
Yeah, you can do nothing.
A step above Hidan, I have Konan.
Yep, so do I.
Yeah, Konan, she should be like faster than Hidan because like Hidan is the self-proclaimed slowest in the Akatsuki, and also like Hidan gets like the reason he dies is from paper bombs. What does Konan use? Paper bomb. So like it doesn't take that much like math going on. Just like Hidan should lose to Konan.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think about Konan?
Well, yeah, she has paper bombs, which hurt Hidan, and since he proclaims himself as the slowest, she would be faster.
Yeah, so yeah, she'd just be like faster than him, and like she kills him. So yeah. So who you have like above beating Konan?
I guess I'd have Sasori.
Sorcery. Okay. I disagree with you here, but like, why do you think what's your reasoning to put like sorcery here?
His doesn't really have very good speed scaling, but is still faster than Hidan, I guess. And then his AP is probably above others, higher than him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He just sucks at speed.
I actually have like Datara. Datara has like attack potency that should be like multi-continental from like scaling to the Biju. he doesn't really have like he has like the AP to be like higher, but doesn't really have the speed. Like Deidara, he was reacting to base Sasuke. Base Sasuke's speed was like base Naruto. Base Naruto doesn't really have like any good scaling at all, but he should just like also be faster than Hidan and have like better AP than Konan. So he also has like the Duranag, which like goes into your breathing, like attacks you, like attacks all your cells individually. And he can also like fly up on your bird, on his bird, and just like bomb you from above. So but that's my bottom three. Next, I think the goat, which like people think is the strongest in the Akatsuki. I think Pain. Pain is above Deidara. What do you think about that, Leo?
Pain above Deidara? Yeah, I'd agree.
You
As
think
for
Pain should be as low as he is?
not at all.
Wow. So, like Pain is kind of like overrated in my opinion. Like he's like base Naruto is like kind of like holding him off. This is like a stronger base Naruto. Like base Naruto isn't that weak, but like a lot of like the Akatsuki just scales like KCM Naruto that like come above him. So I don't think. I think Pain is like the strongest of like the bottom tier Akatsuki. Yeah.
Thing is, he was still able to react to attacks from Six Tails Naruto and semi keep up. And with Shibaku Tensei, Naruto needed to go to Eight Tails to break out.
I mean, I think like from just like reading that, I think it's like very shown that like Six Tails Naruto is absolutely bodying Pain, and Chibaku Tensei, like Pain can't really like hold it up. It's not. I don't think it's really a good win con. I think it's more of like a detriment to Pain than like a reliability from the use. Right.
All right.
Who do you think is in that spot?
As fourth weakest, I'd have Deidara. I think Sasori is stronger than him, but he's not faster at all. And like Deidara also has Duraneg and stuff. So yeah. Deidara, as you said, scales to base heavy Sasuke, who blitzes Jugo and Sugetsu, who are like kinda relative to Curse Mark Sasuke. And then even base Sasuke at the start of Shippuden kinda blitzed Sakura and Naruto. But yeah, blitz levels above Sasori. And when comparing him and Sasori's AP, he said probably stronger, but he's close to him. But yeah, that's my reasoning.
Yeah. I mean, I think Sasori is you're giving him credit for, but I'll get into that like when I get like to Sasori. So who you think is next on the Koski ranking?
Kakuzu. Yes, your go.
Yo, the Kakuzu downplay. So why you think Kakuzu is here?
He really doesn't have a lot of stuff. He loses one life to Kakashi's lightning blade. Like, Kakashi never tried even using the Mangekyo against him.
I mean, I think what's that? Kakashi like with his Mangekyo could have beat Kakuzu, but that's not really from like Kakashi scaling the Kakuzu. It's just like Kamui is just like an OP ability that like when he's like all together, in like one being, which is when like Kakashi said he was about to pull out his Mangekyo. He could have just like sent him to the Kamui dimension and beat him. And I think it's very implied that like Chidori just like was like a Pokemon advantage against like the Diamond Morph armor from like the elements and stuff. Yeah, I don't think like anybody in that fight really scales the Kakazu. But
I wouldn't say Kakashi exactly scales, but like he's close to him.
I'd say if you go off the anime, like they were definitely like clashing hands, clashing blows. But the manga, I think it's like very clear that Kakazu is just like bullying everybody in that fight. So yeah, I like also think Kakazu is a mystery actually.
Oh wow.
But it's not really because I think Kakazu is weak. It's just I think like everybody above him in the Akashi is just like absolutely broken. I think Kakazu he like goes to like a Yujito and like base form of Yujito as a weakened Edo is scaling to like KCM Naruto and Killer B. Like people use the argument that like Obito is amping them by putting his chakra in them. But Obito like legit says he's like, I'm having a hard time controlling them. So like why would you want to amp somebody that you're having a hard time controlling them? Like say like if I'm like walking my dog, I'm having like a hard time controlling it. Why would I like inject like steroids into it and make it stronger? Like that just like doesn't make sense.
The thing is,
I think he scales like the B.
You can finish.
Yeah, so I think for AP he scales to like the Biju, which are like multi-continental. He like knows about like the Jinchuriki, which are stronger than Biju, and like he still thinks that like physical attacks are just like useless compared to him.
Yeah, okay. So like for the Obito thing, I'd say he could have been. It was hard to control an amped Yugito. There's really no evidence for him not being able to control a Yugito that wasn't amped.
I just like even if that was the case, I just like don't think there's any like reason to believe she was amped in the first place. But if she was being amped, I think it would be in Obito's like best case to like stop amping them if he's like struggling to control them. I think it'd be better to just like have a like weaker people, but like controlling them better. So
who do you have next?
So next I have Sorcery. I think so. Sorcery. He fights Chio, and Chio like as a weakened Edo like fights off like a Casey or Naruto clone. Shadow clones are just stated to be like physically as powerful as like Naruto himself. So he should scale like Casey on Naruto.
The thing is with Shadow clones, they kinda to create one you just half your power and send it. So she's basically finding a part of Chakra Mode Naruto. It's also kind of supported by how base Naruto can hold her off at the start of Shippuden when she tried to kill Kakashi.
I think like she was trying to kill Kakashi. Naruto like if somebody like somebody like clearly slower than her, like hops in front of the way. Like I think it's just like she would definitely just like slow down if she's like that much faster than him.
But she was kind of with killing intent, and she wouldn't really slow down.
She wasn't trying to like kill Naruto. I know, but she doesn't despise Naruto. Is what I'm saying. Like she should be trying to kill
the White Fang, doesn't she? Then like
yeah,
Naruto just reacts and blocks her attack.
Okay, Naruto. If I'm trying to kill someone, from a distance, I'm coming up. Somebody that I don't want to kill jumps in the way, and if she's like that much faster, she's gonna slow down.
Yeah, she can slow down, but how do I say this? It's like, he reacted to her before she slowed down.
Not really. I think like because of her scaling the KCM, like later on, she definitely like slowed down before that.
Yeah, I'm a bit sketchy.
What she said, what she said about the shadow clone being weaker, I think that's just like shown to not be the case because like you see like base Naruto is like relative to like 2i Jubidara. Like they can like block each other's attacks, and like the limbo clones that are equal to Madara himself instated, his shadow clones when he has like 6 of them out, are just like fighting with that Madara. So if like he split his chakra into like 1/6, Madara would just be like dominating Naruto the whole time, but they're still like holding him back, holding Madara off after that. So
I'll have to check
I think
the
it's also
explanation of the
showing
shadow
with Kage.
clones as well. You can finish.
Yeah. I think Kakuzu and Sasori should be like similar speeds. I think they both have like scaling to the Biju with iron with like iron sand. I feel like iron sand would kind of just like nag Kakuzu's durability as well, or like attacks on like a molecular level. Kakuzu can't really deal with like all his weird poisons. So yeah, but that's why I think Sasori. Who do you think is taking this place?
I'd actually have Kisame here.
Kisame, why you got Kisame here?
He scales to B, he scales to Jakumo Naruto. That's really it.
So you think Kisame is like scales to like KCM Naruto and like above everybody else on your list?
Yep.
I see that. I'm gonna be a bit like weirded out when you when you said like characters that you haven't mentioned yet are stronger in this, but maybe you might give a good reason. I'm not sure. But yeah. So my next character is the menace himself, like Kisame. I have Kisame here. I think Kisame should be like similar to Sasori. Like he scales the KCM Naruto, as you said before. I think he can just absorb most of his jutsus, and Sasori just like have a hard time if like Kisame like went in that like water bubble. Like he wouldn't move properly. And he in that like when he's in that form, he scales to a killer bee that's like above KCM Naruto. So Kisame also has like resistance to poison.
Yeah, I really don't disagree with any of that.
Yeah. So who do you think is in this position?
I actually have Orochimaru here.
Orochimaru, bro, the downplay, bro. All right, why do you think Orochimaru is here?
Yeah. No one below can really deal with him in his immortality thing. And
I think nobody. Yeah. Well, nah. Well, I kind of interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, it's fine.
Nah. You go.
I have nothing really to say after that.
So yeah, I think Orochimaru just like he's not physically that strong, but like barely anybody can really just deal with him just like constantly just like regenning, and like he can just like outlast a lot of people by like attaching into other bodies. You could probably just like make it back to the fight before like the time limit runs out as well. Orochimaru is just pretty crazy. So yeah. Who you think Leo?
Above would be Itachi as the third strongest.
Itachi. All right. What's your reason for Itachi?
He's one of the ones that can just neg Orochimaru's thing, immortality. And like Kisame thinks of him and Jiraiya as a whole different level, where he stands no chance at all.
I don't necessarily think he can like nag Orochimaru's like immortality. I think he can beat Orochimaru, but as we see, like Orochimaru just kind of like comes out of like other curse marks after he's beaten. So,
Do you know
I think
when he
Orochimaru
comes out? Because there's often a time limit. Like, I don't know if he can come up in the time limit.
There's not really a time limit. He kind of just like chooses to not come out. Like he waits to the like best opportunity to like come out. He's like hiding in Sasuke until like Itachi is like really weakened, so we can get like Itachi's body and stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So who do you have here?
At this spot, I have Obito Uchiha.
So
Orange mask,
Obito?
like the one that's in. Pardon what?
Nothing.
Yeah. So Obito, he has Kamui, which is pretty broken. He can like Kamui a lot of people's heads off. He makes like Kisame view him as like Jesus from like his Genjutsu when he Genjutsu's Yagura. He's like, yo, this man's fucking nuts, bro. Like he's Madara. He's definitely Madara. His Genjutsu is pretty crazy. He has Izanagi. Like if he dies, he can just come back. Obito's just a goat. Like he Genjutsu's the full 9 tails with his base Sharingan.
Yeah.
He's a goat.
I agree.
So, yeah.
So at second strongest.
Above.
You can go.
Okay. So above Obito, I actually have Mr. Zetsu. So Zetsu, he's some pretty crazy feats. He kind of just like speed blitzes, and there's a calculation for this. He's like 8 times faster than like Casey Minato and Wara Kakashi. Like when they're running at what's his name, Obito. He just like attaches himself to Obito, and they're like, is this guy even human? And he's just like, he has like a crazy lifespan. Like he's been living for like 4,000 years, so he can just like blitz around people attached to their bodies. It's like outlive them.
Yeah, I understand. So here I'd have Pain.
This is a spot. This is like the next spot, right? Like Pain. All right. So you think Pain is next?
Yeah.
Why do you think Pain is above Itachi?
Itachi thinks he would have a tough time with Jiraiya, who the second strongest path kind of just slams. Not really slams, but like, takes a limb casually.
I think Itachi is just kind of like, he's just trying to like convince Kisame to like get the fuck out, because like he doesn't want to kill any of his like fellow Leaf ninja, because like we know Itachi's actually like, he cares about the Leaf Village and stuff.
Yeah, he would care about the village, but not exactly one person throughout the village. He didn't want
but like
killing his clan.
He's not like a murderer. He's not like a murderer that like he kills people for no reason. Like he kills his clan, but it's like for the greater good. Like he gains nothing like for the greater good for the Leaf Village from killing Jiraiya.
That's true. But yeah, also without Itachi saying anything, Kisame already thinks he and Jiraiya are in the same tier, just a tier above Kisame.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I also think that's like, yeah. I mean, I don't think Kisame really necessarily needs to know Itachi power. I think Itachi show feats later on that are like way above Jiraiya, like by like a huge margin. Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, it's arguable.
Yeah,
Who
so
do you have?
my turn. So
Yeah.
I have Itachi. Itachi, like Itachi's pretty crazy. He has like Obito is just like, yeah, I can't fuck with the Leaf Village while Itachi's alive. I'm not getting near the Leaf Village. He has a Tosca blade that can just like heal you if you're stabbed. He can block any attack with the Yatamir. He should like hit in his prime while alive. He should be strong and like Edo Itachi, who kind of like speed bullet fuck out of Kabuto. Like Leo, you know, like that like crow jutsu when like Kabuto attacks him and like he turns into crows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what that jutsu is Kabuto's like about to attack him. Okay, this is what he does, all right? He runs outside of the cave, grabs crows, like grabs like a dozen crows, and like brings them back, makes them into like a fucking clone of himself. And by the time Kabuto like reaches him, yeah, this is crazy. He just like all the crows just like fly away and shit, and then he's like, nope. That's like a crazy fucking speed blitz. Like he had to run outside of the cave, look around for crows, and grab them and bring them back. And I think like Kabuto, he's like fighting, it's like EMS Sasuke. EMS Sasuke is like above, like just like base KCM 2, like without Sage mode Naruto.
Yeah.
He's probably, and I think like the rest of the Akatsuki that I went over probably scaled to like this like base KCM one, other than like Zetsu. But I think like the blitz that Itachi did is just like a lot greater than the blitz that Zetsu did to like KCM Minato.
Yeah. Next, I'd have Obito. As you said, he kind of just genjutsus the Nine Tails with his base Sharingan. And then, since I had Pain before this, who I kind of scaled to Six Tails Naruto, Obito is just better because he controls the Nine Tails. And then he also fought Hokage Minato.
And Minato, like after fighting Obito, he's like, yeah, Naruto. He's like, he looks at Naruto, who he like saw like being relative to Pain beforehand, and he's like, yeah, you're nothing compared to Obito. You're gonna have to get like way stronger to like even match this guy. So yeah, Obito is like clearly above Pain.
Then now the last Akatsuki member. Who do you have?
I have the like strongest Akatsuki member. I have the GOAT himself, the menace, Orochimaru. So like reasons I stated before, like you kill him, he just comes back from another curse mark. It's like keeps doing that, like puts his curse mark on other people and just kind of like outlives you. Like he keeps coming back to the fight. You beat, if you're stronger than him, you can just beat him. Say like Itachi like stabs him. Like Itachi legit stabs him in a Tosca blade, seals him, and he comes back through like Onko's curse mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't think anybody in the Akatsuki can do that. Yeah, I think maybe you could say Pain could beat Orochimaru from like taking his soul. I think like Pain is like might be just like a hard counter to Orochimaru, but Orochimaru could just like beat more people than Pain.
Yeah. So for number one, I have Zetsu. As you said, he kind of like blitzes Kurama Chakra to Minato. And, Yeah, he kind of kills Madara as well. Also, to the point about him living for very fucking long. So yeah, he's just number one.
Yeah, Zetsu is pretty crazy. I don't know how I feel about like him like stabbing stabbing Jubidara and stuff. Like some people say he like steals with Jubidara. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I think he would have done stuff he didn't if he was just like Jubidara level. Like, he could just like enslave the whole Naruto verse or some shit. But he's like he's pretty strong.
Yeah. So that wraps this up.
So that's yeah. So that's mine and the GOAT himself, LameLiarLeo's Akatsuki ranking. Mine is like definitive, and if like you guys disagree with it, you're just like biased. So hope y'all enjoyed. Down below we have my like Discord that like, I co-own. Join that. It's pretty cool. We're pretty. We do debates every day. It's pretty sick. So yeah. And also I said I said a calc about like Black Zetsu being like 8 times faster than Minato. I'll post that in the description also. I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe.
Bye.